Greetings YouTube. Today we got a little field trip. A colleague of mine has invited me out to come take a look at a job he's working on. The guys are doing some blown in attic insulation. They have a attached carport that is heated with no insulation, and apparently it's leading to a bit of a mess for ice damming. Hey! You guys making a mess?
Yeah.
Right on. Seth up there?
Yeah.
Ice buildup like this along the gutters on your roof is a pretty good indication that you're having problems with your insulation, or in this case, the lack of insulation. This is a source of unnecessary strain on the asphalt shingles and will lead to earlier than anticipated failure of the roof's surface. Given the right circumstances, water can actually migrate back up underneath the shingles and make its way into the attic, or worse yet, the living space.
So this is easy, isn't it?
Yeah, just getting these far parts. It's always like at the insulation stops, that's a pain, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
try and blow it in and trying to stop it from blowing all the way out.
This is a two-person job. One person will keep the blower full of insulation, while the other will install it evenly throughout the attic, being sure to keep the soffit vents clear. The installer will lay down approximately 14 to 15 inches of insulation. That will provide an R40 insulation value in this attic space. Here the installer uses a broom to ensure clear soffit venting. Proper ventilation for the attic space is essential. Warm air in the attic should be able to escape out the roof vents close to the ridge, and as the warm air escapes, cool fresh air will be drawn in at the soffits. One thing to note, on this job there is already a vapor barrier installed, as this is a relatively new building. The vapor barrier is placed between the framing and the drywall across the ceiling. The vapor barrier works to minimize the amount of warm, moist air from getting into the attic space. A job like this is relatively easy for a DIYer, as long as you understand a couple of simple things. Proper attic ventilation, and are all the components in place, i.e. the vapor barrier. If that's the case, it's just a matter of renting a blower and buying your bundles of insulation. In this case, the blower came from a local drywall supplier, and the guys got the insulation from there as well. Here, the blower operator is cutting up the bundles of insulation into manageable pieces. He's getting them ready so that he can easily push them in to the blower without creating a huge mess and losing his material. Here in this image, if we look to the house to the left, it has significant ice damming, and the house to the right, it's no problems at all. The house to the right is what we're looking to achieve. If you know anybody that has any ice damming like this, feel free. Send them a link to the video, and thanks for watching. Prairie Carpenter signing out.